There's some goldenrod ball galls here. So this is actually an abnormal plant swelling. The plant's response to an insect being inside of the stem. The plant responds by growing additional tissue all around the insect, which actually ends up providing a shelter for the insect. A safe place to eat and hide from predators and develop. So the insect inside this is a fly. It's the larva of the fly. And when it's spring, the fly will emerge from the gall and reproduce to lay eggs. So this gall is also on goldenrod, but it is not a goldenrod gallfly. This is the gall of the goldenrod elliptical gall moth. An interesting thing about this species is that this species does not overwinter in the gall. As you see here, it is an emergence hole. The species likely emerge in early fall, and what they do is, after emerging, they reproduce and they lay eggs on nearby goldenrod plants. And the eggs overwinter. So it's really so there's nothing inside of this gall, but still cool to look at. Another cool species that produces galls on goldenrod. Looking around flowering plants is a good spot to look for praying mantis egg cases, also known as Uthicae. So I'm going to check this clump of grass below this plant for Uthica. Oh, well, look at that. There's one right here. So this plant here is a Canada thistle. Despite its name, it's not native to Canada. It's actually a non-native invasive species that takes over field habitats. Fortunately, we have this little parasite right here. This here is called the Thistle stem gallfly. Its life cycle is very similar to the native goldenrod gallfly, but the Thistle stem gallfly was introduced deliberately to control the invasive Canada thistle. I spotted another praying mantis egg case. So the praying mantis is not native to Ontario. It's called the European mantis, and it came from Europe. But it's been in Ontario for over 100 years. So I'm heading out of this field now, and I'm going to go to another field. In this field we saw the goldenrod gallfly, the goldenrod elliptical gall moth, the thistle stem gallfly, and the European mantis Uthica. Let's see what we find at the next field. So I was driving to the other field I'm heading to look for more galls and stuff, and I saw these metal stakes. So I decided to pull over to check them for Uthicae. European mantises often lay their egg cases, or Uthicae, on anthropogenic objects as well, such as metal stakes. As you see here, there's one right here, except it's an old one. You can tell it's old because it's pretty beaten up looking, decomposed looking. Oftentimes, unlike on natural objects, ones on egg cases on metal stakes often persist longer since they decompose slower. So you'll often see a lot of dead ooths when you look on stakes, but you'll also find some live ones as well. So who knows how long this one's been on here for? Could have been like 2 or 3 years, or perhaps more. Who knows? So I left the field I was exploring and noticed some galls on this willow. Like the goldenrod, willow species tend to be a common host for different species of galling insects. So this here is the willow pinecone gall midge. Inside this gall, at the base, is a tiny larva of a midge. And in spring, that will emerge. Right here is the goldenrod bunch gall midge. This species of fly produces a rosette gall on the end of a goldenrod shoot. What happens with this galling insect is that although the stem stops growing, the leaves don't. And because of that, because the leaves continue to grow, they end up forming this rosette shape. Here's another willow pinecone gall midge. Here's another species of willow gall midge. It's actually from the same genus as the willow pinecone gall midge. And this one produces a rosette-shaped gall. So this is my last stop for the day. I'm going to see what galls I can find here. Goldenrod gall fly. There's a willow here, but no galls. This swelling here, it almost looks like the goldenrod elliptical gall moth. It is a moth, but it's not that species. This belongs to another species of moth that affects goldenrod, called Epiblema scuderiana. The gall it produces is usually much more subtle and only appears as just a slight swelling on the stem. This moth overwinters in the gall and emerges in spring. Lots of willows. Oh, I just spotted another praying mantis Utica. Underneath aster. Willow gulmage. Goldenrod gallfly. In that patch of goldenrod. Goldenrod gallfly is one of the most common gulls. In spring, a pretty little fly emerges with patterned wings. One thing I like a lot about winter is you usually have the trails all to yourself. Another thing I like about winter is finding gulls. Another winter insect Hibernacula. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to slip and fall in the creek. I think that's a bunch gull midge there, perhaps. Goldenrod bunch gull midge. Oh wow! Look at all the pine cone gulls on this willow. And more over here. And then there's this one. So I'm going to end the video off here, and before I do, up here is a wasp nest. It's empty, of course, because it's winter, and they do not overwinter in the nest, but the winter time is when you can often see them hanging in the trees. I hope you enjoyed my video. Have fun looking for gulls.